Yes guys, it's Niddy Last and welcome. In this video, what we're going to be talking about is an interview that Activision did actually have with Forbes. Now, I read this on Forbes' website a couple of days ago and it has got me quite interested. I thought I'm going to bring it to your attention, guys, because maybe it's going to change up the way that Call of Duty might be moving forward in the particular future. Now, with this interview Activision actually had with them, it's in regards to the reasoning behind bringing back Call of Duty 4 with Infinity Warfare in November. Now, Activision's Robert Kitsch, I can't even pronounce his last name, I'm not going to bother trying, but is the Executive Vice President and General Manager of the Call of Duty franchise. Hell of a title. He's a bit of a top dog, basically, for Call of Duty for the Activision side of things. And in that first part of the article, as you're seeing coming up on your screen, what he said was, "We've heard the community loud and clear the last couple of years. We thought it would be a perfect opportunity to celebrate Call of Duty and the community, where we're going and where we've been, bring it together in one package for an overall offering, an overall value proposition. I think what we are giving to the community this year is frankly unprecedented in Call of Duty history." So he's jumping up, he's making it on the hype train that he's giving us the best value for money that we could ever possibly have. Now, if you're interested in Infinity Warfare, like I personally am, I'm not going to jump on the hype train and pretend I hate it just because because it's set in space. I haven't played it, so I can't really hate a game that I haven't really played. Maybe it's going to be really bad, but maybe, just maybe, it might be a very, very good Call of Duty title. But in regards to that, we are going to be getting two games together. So, one, it could be a very, very good value for money getting these two together. I mean, like the graphics looking on Call of Duty 4 looks absolutely amazing. Raven do look like they're doing an absolutely fantastic job with it. They're saying that basically this year is frankly unprecedented in Call of Duty history. I mean, pretty much since we moved on to these next generation consoles, this is the only time that they could have ever actually done it, really. So they couldn't have really done it years ago on the last generation console. So this is about the only sort of time that they are going to be able to do it. They're obviously going to be trying to make their money up and trying to give us a bit more value for money. For the main reason being is, in this particular article, what they said at the beginning there was, "We've heard the community loud and clear the last couple of years." Now, what I mean by this is basically that they seem more worried about how this title is going to be running. Because if we look back to when Advanced Warfare was made. Now, Advanced Warfare would have been made, obviously, when Treyarch was their particular title, say Black Ops 2 was coming out, because then we started moving into that 3-year cycle. Okay, so then Call of Duty Ghosts would have come out, and they've all taken their turn. So basically, when Advanced Warfare was out, obviously then Treyarch had already started making Black Ops 3, Infinity Ward would have already started making this particular title. So no one knew exactly how it's going to work out. Now, Sledgehammer started the ball rolling with their version of the exosuits, which was horrendous. I'm not going to pretend to actually like them. I did play it for the year cycle, like I said before, but it wasn't very good. But anyway, these three particular titles, now, these were all made up in those particular things. Now, they thought personally this was, you know, the best way to go. It hasn't worked out quite that way. Now, there are people that do like this. There's people that have just started actually playing Call of Duty, and this is what they're used to. They're not used to the boots on the ground or anything else like that. But quite frankly, this is what they thought was best. Now, what they're saying there is, we've heard the community loud and clear the last couple of years. So they're hearing the voices loud and clear about that people want boots back on the ground. So I think a lot of it is they're worried about how this game's going to sell, how the sales are going to sell. Obviously, Activision are a cash cow. They want their money. They got their shareholders. They've got everything else as well, and they want to bring everything into play, really, don't they? At the end of the day, they don't want to be losing out on any money. So by paying out that extra bit of money to Raven, because don't get me wrong, it's going to cost probably a few million quid to actually get this Call of Duty 4 remastered, and they're hoping that they're going to make all that back in sales by joining that together with Infinity Warfare, and then Infinity Warfare will not lose out whatsoever. So it is going to be interesting to see about how they're actually going to be moving forward, because moving on to the next part of our article, it says, "It was important for us to be authentic to what fans want." He wasn't worried that the players may spend more time playing on more Modern Warfare multiplayer than the Infinite Warfare. "We're thrilled to be going to be playing a lot of Call of Duty this year," he says. "If you think about it, basically they get to scratch two different itches. If you're going to scratch the kind of more nostalgia Modern Warfare itch with the remastered, but all the kind of cool new stuff in Infinity Warfare is really exciting too. Obviously the Infinity Warfare experience is big with all the new bells and whistles, but it'll be fun to go back to the Modern Warfare multiplayer as well." So what they're trying to do is trying to make everybody happy. They really, really are. They understand that that people are not happy with all these exosuits. They don't want to be moving up into space or anything else like that. So now that they're saying that basically they're understanding that people want boots on the ground, from these particular 2 articles straight away, it sounds like they really do understand that people want boots on the ground. They don't want to anger the fans anymore. Obviously, with all these supply drops and other things that they have been dropping in as well, that I do understand. Now, obviously, Activision are a cash cow. They want their money. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, they put a lot of investment into Infinity Warfare, so they're thinking that this is the best way to go. Now, by joining these 2 particular titles, now you're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Basically, you're going to get your boots on the ground, and you're going to keep the people happy with the exosuits. Now, by reading these 2 together, it does give a slight bit of insight of moving forward into the future. Now, what I mean by that is, are they now going to just ditch the exosuits altogether? Because by the sounds of it, they understand that people want boots on the ground and everything else like that. I mean, they can't go on with obviously bringing out Advanced Warfare 2 and then bringing out Modern Warfare 2 as like a bit of a side dish. I mean, I can't see that working. I'd imagine some of these remasters would be popping up, a lot earlier in the year rather than yearly, just trying to keep people happy with the exosuits. So, is Advanced Warfare going to be like Call of Duty goes? A one-off thing. Okay, it didn't work. Let's ditch it and let's move forward. So, is Sledgehammer Games right now working on a boots on the ground? Just solely boots on the ground, going back to what people really, really want. This is what the feeling I'm getting from this. I really, really do. I do feel that just from this talking about them saying that you're going to scratch 2 itches and all this lot about having boots on the ground, but you can fly up into space, try and keep everybody happy. They're understanding that people want boots on the ground. So for me personally, it does look like maybe, just maybe, they are going to be changing up, and maybe Sledgehammer might be dishing Advanced Warfare, just like Infinity Warfare did Ghost, and just, just letting it go. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that one with you. Maybe I'm reading too much more into the article, but it's kind of a little vibe that I'm actually getting from it. But anyway, guys, leave everything in the comment section below. But coming up on my screen now is my subscribe button. Make sure you're jumping on that. And guys, if you smash that like button for me, it'd be even better. This is Nearly Last, and I'll catch you later.